Kevin Costner, the charismatic star of Yellowstone, is going through a rough patch. Despite his long and successful career, he recently left the show amid rumors of conflicts and legal issues. Costner's passion project, Horizon, is draining his finances, and his recent divorce has made headlines. Known for his roles in The Bodyguard and Durham, Costner is now facing one of the toughest periods of his life. The beloved actor's journey is filled with challenges, and his future seems uncertain as he deals with these setbacks. Let's start from the beginning where this actually started. Kevin Costner was born in Linwood, California, but spent his childhood in Compton. He wasn't your typical bookworm, preferring to spend his time playing football and exploring his creative side with piano, poetry, and singing in the church choir. But what really sparked his imagination was watching westerns like How the West Was Won, a genre that would later become a cornerstone of his career. Growing up, Costner's family moved around a lot due to his father's job, which made it hard for him to make lasting friendships. This constant upheaval chipped away at his confidence, but he persevered, attending different high schools and eventually graduating in 1973. Along the way, he played baseball and even dabbled in acting and dancing, hinting at the talents that would later blossom. It wasn't until his final year at California State University, Fullerton, where he majored in business, that Costner truly caught the acting bug. This realization set him on a path that would lead to Hollywood stardom. In 1978, Kevin Costner's life took a dramatic turn. While on a flight, he had a chance encounter with the legendary actor Richard Burton. Costner, who was unsure about his career path at the time, mustered the courage to ask Burton for advice. To his surprise, Burton encouraged him to pursue acting wholeheartedly. This unexpected encounter with a Hollywood icon ignited a spark in Costner and set him on a new course. With renewed determination, Costner threw himself into acting lessons while juggling various odd jobs to make ends meet. He worked on fishing boats, led tours of Hollywood homes, and did whatever it took to support himself and his family. His persistence paid off in 1981 when he made his film debut in Sizzle Beach, USA. While it wasn't a major role, it opened the door to further opportunities. Costner's early roles in films like Night Shift, 1982, and Testament, 1983, were relatively minor, but they allowed him to gain valuable experience and exposure. His big break finally arrived in 1985 with Lawrence Kasdan's Western film Silverado. This role catapulted Costner into the limelight, showcasing his charisma and star quality. The success of Silverado led to a string of major roles in blockbuster hits. In 1987, he starred in The Untouchables, a crime drama about Elliot Ness's pursuit of Al Capone, and No Way Out, a political thriller. These films solidified his status as a leading man in Hollywood, capable of carrying a film with his compelling performances and undeniable charm. Costner's career reached new heights with iconic roles in Durham, 1988, a romantic comedy about a minor league baseball team, and Field of Dreams, 1989, a magical realism film about a farmer who builds a baseball field in his cornfield. These films not only showcased his acting abilities, but also cemented his status as a box office draw. In 1990, Costner ventured into producing, establishing his own production company, TG Productions. Under this banner, he produced and directed his magnum opus, Dances with Wolves, an epic western that explored the relationship between a Civil War soldier and a Native American tribe. The film was a massive critical and commercial success, winning 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director for Costner himself. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, Costner continued to showcase his versatility in a wide range of genres. His career saw a mix of commercial successes, such as 13 Days, and critical acclaim for films like Open Range. Kevin Costner didn't just stick to acting. He's also known for his work in television, earning praise for his role in the miniseries Hatfields and McCoys in 2012. And he continues to captivate audiences with his starring role in the ongoing drama series Yellowstone. Even though his career has had its ups and downs, Costner remains a big name in Hollywood, always impressing people with his talent and charm. But that's not all. Costner has another passion: music. He's the lead singer of a country rock band called Kevin Costner and Modern West. They started touring the world back in 2007, even playing in places like Istanbul and Rome. And if you're a NASCAR fan, you might have seen them perform at races in Daytona and Charlotte. In 2008, the band released their first album, Untold Truths, which got some attention on the Billboard charts. They even put out a few singles, like Superman 14 and Long Hot Night, and made music videos for some of their songs. In 2009, they hit the road again, touring with a band called The Alternate Routes. Things took a dramatic turn at the Big Valley Jamboree in Alberta, Canada, in August of that year. Costner and his band were about to perform when a huge thunderstorm hit, causing the stage to collapse. Thankfully, Costner and his bandmates escaped unharmed, but one person died and many people got injured. To help support the victims, Costner and his band stepped up, participating in an auction that raised significant funds. A dinner with the star actor fetched an impressive $41,000, while 2 guitars, one autographed by Costner, each brought in $10,000, demonstrating the band's commitment to helping those in need. Kevin Costner and Modern West didn't slow down after this event. They released their second album, Turn It On, in February 2010, focusing on the European market with an accompanying tour. Their philanthropic efforts continued in 2012 when they performed in Halifax, Nova Scotia, for a charity event supporting the IWK Health Center Foundation. They even donated an autographed guitar to the cause. But the band's connection to Costner's acting career doesn't end there. Their most recent album, Tales from Yellowstone, is a unique project where the songs are written from the perspective of John Dutton, Costner's character in the hit TV series Yellowstone. Some of these songs were even featured in the show's third season, blurring the lines between Costner's musical and acting worlds. This wasn't Costner's first foray into the world of baseball on screen. Several of his films, including Chasing Dreams, Bull Durham, Field of Dreams, For Love of the Game, and The Upside of Anger, have featured baseball as a central theme. In some, he plays a professional baseball player, while in others, he portrays a former player, showcasing his love for the sport both on and off screen. Kevin Costner isn't just a Hollywood star, he's also a huge baseball fan. He owns a home in Austin, Texas, and is often seen at the University of Texas Longhorns baseball practices and games. His love for the sport goes back to his college days at Cal State Fullerton, where he was actually cut from the team by legendary coach Augie Garrido. However, this didn't stop Costner from becoming a passionate fan of the Titans baseball team, even making it a point to attend their games at the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. Costner's passion for baseball also extended to ownership. He was part owner of the Lake County Fielders, an independent baseball team based in Zion, Illinois. The team's name and logo were a clear tribute to his iconic film Field of Dreams, with a player standing in a cornfield, just like in the movie. In 2021, Costner even led the New York Yankees and Chicago White Sox onto the field for the MLB at Field of Dreams game in Dyersville, Iowa, giving a short speech that captured the magic of the moment. Besides acting and baseball, Costner has also shown his business savvy. In 1995, he bought a company that was developing special machines to separate oil from water. These machines weren't in high demand until the disastrous Deepwater Horizon oil spill in 2010. After the spill, the oil company BP decided to test 6 of Costner's machines from a company he owned a part of called Ocean Therapy Solutions. BP was so impressed with the machines' performance that they ended up leasing 32 of them to help clean up the oil spill. This unexpected turn of events showed that Costner's investment wasn't just about business. It was also about contributing to a solution for a major environmental problem. Kevin Costner's involvement with Ocean Therapy Solutions, OTS, a company developing oil-water separation technology, became a source of legal trouble for the actor. Despite the success of securing a deal with BP to lease their machines for oil spill cleanup, the company faced a lawsuit from former investors Spyron Contagouris and Stephen Baldwin. Contagouris and Baldwin claimed that Costner and other OTS representatives had misled them about BP's interest in the technology. They alleged that Costner had held a secret meeting with BP, securing a substantial down payment on a multi-million-dollar purchase, while simultaneously assuring them that BP was still testing the machines and had not committed to a lease. According to the lawsuit, this alleged deception led another investor to buy out Contagouris and Baldwin's shares using a portion of the down payment from BP. This effectively excluded them from their rightful share of the profits from the overall sale, a sum they estimated to be $10.64 million. The case went to trial in a Louisiana district court, where Costner and the other defendants maintained their innocence. They argued that Contagouris and Baldwin were fully aware of the negotiations with BP and had willingly sold their shares to another investor. After a brief deliberation, the federal jury sided with Costner and the defendants, rejecting the claims of fraud and misrepresentation. The court further ordered Contagouris and Baldwin to reimburse the defendants for their legal costs. In 2004, Kevin Costner unveiled Tatanka, a passion project aimed at educating and inspiring visitors about the rich history of America's westward expansion. This $5 million attraction, located in South Dakota, featured a sprawling 3,800-square-foot interactive center filled with exhibits, shops, dining areas, offices, and even a small theater. The visitor center offered a wealth of information about bison, highlighting the deep connection between the Plains Indians and these majestic creatures. The heart of Tatanka was a breathtaking bronze sculpture depicting a buffalo jump, created by renowned artist Peggy Detmers. This impressive artwork showcased 14 bronze bison in the midst of a dramatic chase, pursued by 3 Lakota riders on horseback. 3 of the massive bison were even sculpted in mid-air, plummeting over the edge of a cliff. This captivating scene, commissioned by Costner in 1994, was brought to life at Eagle Bronze Foundry in Lander, Wyoming. The sheer size and detail of the sculptures, each weighing between 2,500 and 8,000 pounds, made it a truly awe-inspiring sight. Costner's entrepreneurial spirit extended beyond film and music, as he also ventured into the hospitality industry. In 1991, he opened the Midnight Star Casino and Restaurant, hiring Francis and Carla Canova to manage the establishment. He even granted them each a 3.25% ownership stake in the business, along with salaries and bonuses. However, their partnership soured in 2004, leading Costner to terminate their employment and propose an amicable separation. When the Canovas refused his offer, Costner dissolved the partnership and hired an accountant to assess the fair market value of the business. The accountant determined the value to be $3.1 million, but the Canovas believed their shares were worth twice that amount. They sued Costner, demanding that he either buy them out at their desired price or sell the entire company on the open market. Despite initially winning in a lower court, Kevin Costner's legal battle over the Midnight Star Casino and restaurant continued. The case escalated to the South Dakota Supreme Court, where the actor ultimately lost the appeal. This legal setback didn't deter Costner's entrepreneurial spirit. In 2017, he closed down the establishment, and it was later sold in 2020. Ever the innovator, Costner ventured into the world of technology in 2020, co-founding Here, an audio entertainment travel app with Woody Sears. This innovative app caters to road trippers across the United States, offering engaging stories about the people, places, and history they encounter along their journeys. Costner himself narrates some of the podcasts, adding his signature charm and storytelling ability to the app's content. Beyond his entrepreneurial ventures, Costner has also demonstrated a passion for history and education. He serves on an honorary board for the National World War I Museum in Kansas City, Missouri, lending his voice and influence to support the museum's mission. In 2011, he recorded radio spots for the museum, which aired on the Kansas City Royals radio network, further highlighting his commitment to historical preservation. Costner's love for sports and entertainment has also led him to participate in various high-profile events. In 2007, he was named the ceremonial Grand Marshal of the NASCAR Cup Series Auto Club 500 race, showcasing his connection to the world of motorsports. In 2008, he collaborated with the NASCAR Media Group and CMT Films to produce a documentary about the sport, titled The Ride of Their Lives, serving as the narrator for the film. Costner's involvement with NASCAR continued in 2009 when he was named the spokesman for NASCAR Day. He even performed with his country music band at the Charlotte Motor Speedway and participated as a judge in the Victory Challenge before the NASCAR Sprint All-Star race. In 2015, Kevin Costner delved into the literary world, co-authoring a captivating hybrid adventure novel and graphic novel titled The Explorer's Guild, A Passage to Shambhala. This collaboration with John Baird, researcher Stephen C. Meyer, and illustrator Rick Ross showcased Costner's diverse creative talents and his interest in adventure and exploration. He even shared his wisdom and experiences in a chapter of Tim Ferriss's self-help book, Tools of Titans, offering valuable insights to readers. Thanks to his successful acting career, particularly his iconic roles in beloved 90s films and the hit series Yellowstone, Kevin Costner has amassed an impressive fortune. He is not just a millionaire, he is considered wildly wealthy, owning lavish properties like a stunning beachside mansion and a sprawling estate in Aspen that commands a nightly rental fee of over $36,000. Estimates of his net worth range from $250 million to $400 million, with a monthly income exceeding $1.3 million. However, his financial situation has become more complex due to his recent divorce from Christine Baumgartner. The proceedings have shed light on his extensive assets, including a 10-acre beachfront property in California valued at $145 million, a personal baseball field, and various residences in Ventura and Los Angeles. However, his financial situation has become more complex due to his recent divorce from Christine Baumgartner. The proceedings have shed light on his extensive assets, including a 10-acre beachfront property in California valued at $145 million, a personal baseball field, and various residences in Ventura and Los Angeles. However, his financial situation has become more complex due to his recent divorce from Christine Baumgartner. The proceedings have shed light on his extensive assets, including a 10-acre beachfront property in California valued at $145 million, a personal baseball field, and various residences in Ventura and Los Angeles. His accountants argue that his Yellowstone salary should not be factored into future child support calculations, as his monthly income without it is still a substantial $468,136. Given his financial security and continued success, many fans were surprised when Costner decided to leave Yellowstone after its 5th season. The show, a neo-Western drama created by Taylor Sheridan and John Linson, premiered in 2018 on Paramount Network and quickly became a massive hit. The show dives into the conflicts and drama surrounding the Dutton family's vast ranch, which borders Yellowstone National Park, a Native American reservation, and land developers hungry for a piece of the pie. The show's popularity soared, but in a surprising twist, the 5th season was announced as its last. However, fans can look forward to a sequel series titled 2024, promising more drama and intrigue in the Dutton family's world. The first part of the final season aired in 2022, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats until the second part premieres in November 2024. The mastermind behind Yellowstone is Taylor Sheridan, an actor turned screenwriter who grew tired of Hollywood and decided to focus on writing. His experiences living in rural areas like Texas and Wyoming inspired him to set the series in Montana, with the initial scripts taking place in Livingston. Interestingly, Sheridan first pitched the idea to HBO, but they turned it down, leading him to find a home for the show on Paramount Network. The series quickly gained traction, prompting Paramount to order a 10-episode first season. Sheridan took on the roles of writer, director, and executive producer, ensuring his vision for the show was fully realized. The success of Yellowstone even led to the creation of a prequel series titled 1883, which aired from 2021 to 2022. This spin-off takes viewers back in time to explore the Dutton family's origins during the Old West as they embark on a perilous journey across the country to establish the land that would eventually become the Yellowstone Ranch. The Yellowstone universe is expanding beyond its original series. In addition to the upcoming sequel 2024, 2 prequel series have been developed. 1883, which aired from 2021 to 2022, takes viewers back to the Dutton family's origins during the Wild West era, following their challenging journey across the country to establish the Yellowstone Ranch. Another prequel, 1923, focuses on a different generation of Duttons during the tumultuous times of Western expansion, Prohibition, and the Great Depression. Furthermore, a third spin-off titled 6666 is in development, set in the present day on the renowned Four Sixes Ranch in Texas. And in 2023, Paramount confirmed a 4th spin-off, 1944, further expanding the Dutton family saga. The main Yellowstone series follows the Dutton family, owners of the largest ranch in Montana, as they grapple with conflicts and drama stemming from their land's proximity to the Broken Rock Indian Reservation, Yellowstone National Park, and ambitious land developers. The show's realistic portrayal of these conflicts has led many fans to wonder if the series is based on true events or real people. However, the show's creator, Taylor Sheridan, has clarified that while the characters and storylines are fictional, the issues explored in the show are inspired by real-life problems facing Western mountain states in the U.S. Sheridan's personal experiences living in rural areas like Texas and Wyoming have informed his writing, allowing him to capture the nuances and complexities of life in the American West. While the Dutton family may not be real, their struggles with land ownership, power dynamics, and cultural clashes resonate with audiences who have witnessed similar challenges in these regions. Taylor Sheridan, the mastermind behind Yellowstone, revealed in a 2018 interview with the Los Angeles Times that the show's inspiration stems from the changes he's witnessed in his own life. He observed how issues like land development, misuse of resources, oppression, poverty, and unfairness in government have shaped the landscape of many communities. While these problems are widespread, Sheridan noticed that they hit harder in rural areas with fewer people, making the consequences feel more immediate and intense. He was particularly struck by the jarring contrast of urban development creeping into rural areas. Imagine seeing a massive Costco store pop up in the middle of farms and ranches. This clash between the old and the new, the rural and the urban, is more dramatic and visually impactful than similar developments in cities like the San Fernando Valley. Sheridan reiterated these observations in another interview with Deadline in 2018. He emphasized that the show is rooted in the gentrification he's witnessed in the western states. He cleverly flipped the script by putting white ranchers in the same position Native Americans faced over a century ago, as wealthy city dwellers buy up land for vacation homes. This influx of outsiders, while bringing economic benefits, also threatens the traditional way of life in these rural communities. Land values skyrocket, making it difficult for locals to afford property, and inheritance taxes become an unbearable burden. Interestingly, the Yellowstone Ranch depicted in the show is not entirely fictional. It is based on a real ranch called the Chief Joseph Ranch, located in Darby, Montana. Many of the key set locations featured in the series, such as the Armory, Rip's Cabin, Lee's Cabin, and Trapper Cabin, are actually real cabins on this ranch. In fact, some of these cabins are available for guests to stay in, offering a unique experience for fans of the show who want to immerse themselves in the world of the Duttons. However, despite the show's immense popularity and the authenticity of the ranch setting, Kevin Costner's time on Yellowstone came to an end. The actor departed the series in 2023, leaving fans puzzled and curious about the reasons behind his decision. Initially, rumors swirled about a feud with the show's creator, Taylor Sheridan, due to scheduling conflicts arising from Costner's desire to work on his passion project, Horizon: An American Saga. Costner himself has clarified the situation, dispelling rumors of a personal fallout with Sheridan. In an interview with GQ, he explained that the primary reason for his departure was timing. He had dedicated 5 years to Yellowstone, but the production schedule was constantly being pushed back, creating conflicts with his other projects. He felt that the delays were becoming detrimental to his career and that it was time to move on. While scheduling conflicts played a significant role, Costner also hinted at creative differences with Sheridan, stating that there were disagreements about the direction of his character, John Dutton. He felt that the character's arc had reached its natural conclusion, and that continuing on the show would have been a disservice to both the character and the audience. Kevin Costner's departure from Yellowstone wasn't a sudden decision, but a culmination of frustrating delays and misunderstandings. He explained that the show's production schedule was constantly being pushed back due to various factors like COVID, strikes, and other unexpected issues. This meant that filming rarely started on time and often went beyond the planned end date. At first, Costner was willing to be flexible and understanding, recognizing that these things happen in the entertainment industry. However, he had other commitments, specifically his upcoming passion project, a Western film called Horizon. He needed to secure dates to work on this film and felt that the ongoing delays with Yellowstone were jeopardizing his ability to do so. Things really came to a head when the decision was made to split the 5th season of Yellowstone into 2 parts. The plan was to film 8 episodes initially and then another 8 later in the fall. However, Costner had already committed to working on Horizon and had invested significant time and money into it. He tried to find a way to balance both projects, but it became clear that the schedules were incompatible. There seems to have been a miscommunication between Costner and the production team. Reports circulated that Costner was only willing to dedicate 1 week to filming the second part of Season 5, which he firmly denies. He claims that he was ready to work whenever they needed him, but the constant delays and changes in the schedule made it impossible to align both projects. Costner feels that Paramount Network and 101 Studios, the production companies behind Yellowstone, didn't do enough to defend him against the accusations of being difficult or demanding. He's still open to returning as John Dutton and has even discussed the possibility with Taylor Sheridan, the show's creator. However, with the second part of Season 5 already in production and reports of John Dutton's character being written out of the show, it seems unlikely that Costner will reprise his role. Following Kevin Costner's departure from Yellowstone, the show's creators have been looking for ways to keep the series alive. One option that has been widely discussed is bringing in Hollywood star Matthew McConaughey to take on a leading role in a spin-off or extension of the Yellowstone universe. Initially, when news of Costner's exit broke, Paramount Network released a statement saying they had nothing to share at the moment, but they hoped Costner would stay on the show. They also mentioned the possibility of working with McConaughey in the future, recognizing his talent and potential to add to the franchise. Chris McCarthy, the head of Paramount Media Networks, later confirmed that McConaughey is indeed set to star in a new Yellowstone-related project, regardless of what happens to Costner's character. This is just one of many projects that McCarthy and show creator Taylor Sheridan are working on for Paramount, so it seems like the Yellowstone universe is expanding. It's important to note that McConaughey won't be replacing Costner as John Dutton. Instead, he will be taking on a different role in a new series that expands the Yellowstone story. The details of this role are still under wraps, but fans are eagerly anticipating what this new chapter in the Yellowstone saga will bring. The good news is that Costner's disagreements with Paramount haven't affected his relationship with the rest of the cast. Many of his co-stars have spoken out in support of him, understanding his decision to move on and expressing their appreciation for his contributions to the show. The end of Yellowstone with Season 5 doesn't necessarily mean the end of the road for all our favorite characters. While Kevin Costner's departure as John Dutton is a major change, there's a good chance that other beloved characters from the show will continue their stories in the new McConaughey-led series. This means we might still see familiar faces like Kelly Riley, Luke Grimes, Cole Hauser, Kelsey Asbill, Gil Birmingham, and Wes Bentley in this new chapter of the Yellowstone universe. Luke Grimes, who plays Costner's on-screen son, Case Dutton, understands why Costner chose to leave. He sees it as unfortunate that the situation unfolded the way it did, especially if it impacts the original show's ending. But Grimes also recognizes that everyone has to follow their passions, and for Costner, that means focusing on his ambitious project, Horizon, an American saga. Costner has poured a lot of time, money, and effort into this Western film, taking on multiple roles as director, co-writer, star, and producer. It's a big deal for him, and Grimes respects his decision to pursue it. Taylor Sheridan, the creator of Yellowstone, expressed disappointment about Costner's exit, but he also acknowledged that it doesn't change the ultimate fate of John Dutton. Sheridan had a vision for how the character's story would end, and while Costner's departure might alter the details, the overall conclusion will remain the same. This suggests that even without Costner, Yellowstone will continue to explore the Dutton family legacy and the complex world of ranching and power struggles in Montana. Kevin Costner, a household name in Hollywood, has had a remarkable career spanning decades, with iconic roles in beloved films like Dances with Wolves, The Bodyguard, and Bull Durham. After his departure from the hit show Yellowstone, fans are eager to know what's next for this charismatic actor. Will he continue to explore new horizons in his career, or simply ride off into the sunset? Costner's future plans regarding Yellowstone have been somewhat ambiguous. While he has expressed a desire to return to the show at times, he has also distanced himself from it on other occasions. During his recent divorce hearing, he even hinted at the possibility of suing the show's producers over unpaid salary for the second half of Season 5, claiming a pay-or-play clause in his contract entitled him to $12 million. Costner's departure from Yellowstone was a result of a long and arduous negotiation process with Paramount Network. He revealed that he had initially signed on for 2 more seasons, but disagreements over payment and creative differences ultimately led to his exit. He refuted allegations that he had requested fewer shooting days to prioritize his passion project, Horizon, stating that he had always put Yellowstone first. Costner expressed frustration with the negative press surrounding his departure, feeling that he had been unfairly portrayed as difficult and demanding. He maintained that his commitment to Yellowstone was unwavering, but the production delays and disagreements made it impossible for him to continue. With his departure from Yellowstone finalized, Costner has shifted his focus to his ambitious project, Horizon. This Western film, which he is directing, co-writing, producing, and starring in, has consumed a significant amount of his time and resources. He has reportedly invested $38 million of his own money into the project, showcasing his dedication and passion for bringing his vision to life. Kevin Costner's passion project, Horizon: An American Saga, has been a significant investment for the actor, costing a whopping $100 million to produce, with Costner himself contributing $38 million of his own funds. But this project is more than just a film for Costner. It's a family affair. In an interview with Fox News Digital, he revealed that his 15-year-old son, Hayes, isn't the only one of his children involved in the project. His eldest son also has a small role in the second part of the film, a testament to the supportive and close-knit nature of the Costner family. Costner, who has 7 children in total, joked about trying to trap his kids into following in his footsteps, showcasing his playful and light-hearted approach to fatherhood. He shares 3 children, Hayes, Caden, and Grace, with his ex-wife Christine Baumgartner, with whom he recently finalized a divorce after 18 years of marriage. He also has 3 adult children, Annie, Lily, and Joe, from his previous marriage to Cindy Silva, and a son named Liam with his former partner, Bridget Rooney. While his older son's acting debut is in the second part of Horizon, Hayes, his youngest son, was cast at the tender age of 13 in the first film. The epic Western drama, set in the post-Civil War era, has been a dream project for Costner for over 30 years. Working alongside his son Hayes on set was a special experience for Costner. He was filled with pride and joy watching his son take on the role of Nathaniel Kittredge and excel in it. Costner was particularly impressed by Hayes' ability to listen, internalize the character, and genuinely care about his performance. The 2 weeks they spent filming together created a unique bonding experience that Costner cherishes. The first trailer for the 4-part Western epic, released in February, showcased the vast and rugged landscapes that have become synonymous with Costner's career, dating back to his directorial debut with Dances with Wolves. This new project is a testament to Costner's enduring passion for the Western genre and his desire to tell stories that resonate with audiences on a deep level.